Hi BookTube, Lynette here, and today's video is not about books. It's just to let you know why I'm not around at the moment. If you've been following my channel for any length of time, or if you've watched my back catalogue of videos, then you probably know that the last 3 years have been fairly stressful. And I've had a lot happening. And it's just finally got to me. It's just been one. It started with a relationship breakdown, having to sell my home, move back with my mum, which wasn't stressful. Moving back with parents after you've lived away from home for a while is a little bit stressful, and maybe it isn't something I recommend doing unless you absolutely have to. But my mum was great, and I can't thank her enough for taking me in at that time. But yeah, and then I was just starting to kind of get back to me, and then COVID hit, and we were locked down, and then I got called back to work early because I was fully trained on everybody's jobs on my team. And yeah, that was stressful. So I've been back at work for more than 2 years in the office because we didn't have the infrastructure to work from home. And yeah, and then I had a period where I was talking with an old friend who I'd lost contact with, and then sadly we've lost contact again. That happened towards the end of 2020. And then there was lots of stress at work. But during the end of 2020, I decided that yes, I really needed to start thinking about moving out and finding my own place. If I really wanted to assert my own independence again, because I'm quite an independent person. My family will tell you that. Yeah, and that put me on the path to looking for my own place. And then 12 months ago, almost 12 months to the day, I made the phone call to the estate agent that really started the process of living where I am now. I made the call to book the viewing, and then followed a really intense couple of months of paperwork and trying to understand things, and not knowing whether I was going to go through with the purchase because there was a clause in the lease that said I couldn't have pets, which I have my cats with me, so that all worked out for the good. And yeah, and then decorating and moving and picking furniture and stressing about spending money and not being able to do quite as much as I thought I was going to be able to do. A lot of procrastinating in the decorating. I was hoping to have 3 rooms decorated before I moved in, but I've only got 2. So I need to do the rest of it, and I need to stop procrastinating on that. And then I didn't talk about it at the time, but then back at April, my godmother passed away, and she was very important in my life. And even though we hadn't been quite as close in recent years as we had been, I didn't intend to do this on camera, I'm so sorry. Yeah, although we hadn't been as close in recent years, her sons are like brothers to me. And I'm still fairly close. I don't talk as often with them as I should, but I talk to them more in the last few years than I did to my godmother. But yes, so she passed away. And then just when I thought I was dealing with the grief, and this seems really silly to get upset over and stressed over, my freezer, my 7-month-old freezer, broke down in the middle of a heat wave. No ice cream for me. Yes, and I still need to sort that out. I haven't sorted that out yet. And then last week, you can see his tail. This time last week, one of my cats was in the vet's. Are you going to come and say hello? No, you're just going to sit off to the side? You don't want to be on camera? I had to rush one of my cats to the vet's. He wasn't breathing properly. He was breathing very rapidly, panting, tongue hanging out, was clearly in distress. He didn't appear to hurt anywhere. And they're indoor cats. My cats are indoor cats. They're not outdoor cats. So it wasn't that he was going to be injured. He hadn't been fighting that I knew of with my other two. They rarely come to blows, the three of them. They do sometimes, but it's rare, and there hadn't been any instances recently. And the vet warned me that it might not be good news. That it could be something as simple as heat stroke, which cooling him down and getting fluid in him would help solve, and just keeping an eye on it, or it could be as bad as heart failure, and which is treatable. And then on Monday morning I had the phone call. Sorry, it is heart failure, and just like in human, I mean, I pointed out his tail. His tail keeps appearing in the camera. He is back home. It's treatable with medication, but we don't know how long. He could have years. He could have days. I don't know. So yeah, I haven't felt like uploading recently. It's not that I'm not thinking about YouTube. I'm still watching YouTube. I can't face sitting in front of a camera and talking about books at the moment, and trying to be all the world is all okay, because it isn't, and I'm struggling. So yeah, so I just wanted to give you a quick explanation why there haven't been any uploads for a few weeks. I don't know if I'm going to be uploading in September. I certainly want to try and plan a TBR. I wanted to take part in Becca's Bookoplathon, and I've got the board drawn out for that, ready to do. But yeah, I don't know at the moment. I've finished, the only reason I've finished any books in the last couple of weeks is because I just had audiobook on play, because I don't have to interact with it in any way. I just press play and just wander off around the flat and do what I want. So yeah, so that's what's going on. I'm still thinking about content, so there will be content to come. And I've had a couple of video ideas, so yeah, I still want to be making videos. I can't settle to it, and even this is a struggle, mainly because I'm talking about emotions, and yeah, so I hope you understand why I've not been around for a bit. I just kind of, and reading is normally one of the things I do to get my brain back on track, but I can't settle to that at the moment. So yeah, so I'll see how it goes. Maybe there'll be a video next week. That might be the only one for a few weeks. I'll see. And yeah, I hope you're all doing okay. Please know it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to talk about it. You have to talk about it. And I am. I've got really great people in my life who I can talk to. So yeah, please, if you're not doing okay, talk about it. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye.